What's happening? This is the Tap In podcast. We are live inside of the Tap In studio. Man, we got a good one today, boy. I had to get I just found out my frat brother on this thing. You know what I'm saying? The Noob's got to represent here. See, you know what I'm saying? So we had to bring him on, Mr. Johnny Collins. What's happening, man?
Not much, man. How you doing today?
I'm good, man.
Thank you for having me, Doc.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah. You got like a Johnny Gill kind of swag, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to have a Johnny Gill swag. I mean, man. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah.
Johnny do too much whining for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to hear all that.
That's what's up, man. So I wanted to bring you on here, man, because you know it's a lot of people out there that's like, including myself. You know what I mean? Starting a business. Starting to trying to grow their business, and right now I've been seeing a lot of people online doing some like self-help or selling you programs to help you build your business, help you get credit and all this. And I'm like, I need somebody I could just actually go to, plug it right into the source. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you in. And you have your own title company, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, how did you get started in I guess titling or in titles?
All right, I'm usually kind of embarrassed to tell this story, but I'm gonna give you the truth, the short version.
Please.
Very short.
You don't have to do short.
We were in the mortgage business. We owned the mortgage bank, and my business partner was literally cussing and fussing at an escrow officer. And this would happen every week, same time, same place, every Friday, end of month specifically, right? And I said, you know what? Let's just start a title agency. If nothing else. And at the time, our Maverick tickets, we had to pay for our Maverick tickets, so the money was due. So I was like, if nothing else, we'll take the money we make off title and pay for our Mavericks, Rangers, Cowboys, and Stars tickets.
Okay.
And 9 months later, we had a title agency. Now, I don't want to just minimize it and make it sound like it was just
that easy,
but it was really kind of that simple.
Okay. Yeah. So what was that process moving from mortgages to titles?
Man, this story is so engaged. The process was really a horrific process.
Really?
Yeah, because we had no intentions of ever participating on a day-to-day fashion in the title business. But at the time, we partnered with some other guys, which there's a lesson there we'll get into possibly later or another time.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys we partnered with end up not necessarily being, we weren't aligned in the end, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we figured this out about 2 weeks into the partnership, and it was crazy stuff, man. Like, when we was...
2 weeks?
Bro, we was breaking bread, doing our thing, kind of formulating everything, you know, we praying, we doing all this stuff that Christians tend to do. After the deal was closed, one of the guys writes books on why God doesn't exist. Now, I tell a man, you know, all day, I don't have a problem with you believing what you believe.
Yeah.
Like, real talk, because I can make money with anybody.
Yeah.
All right? But don't give me no fugazis. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me something or make me feel like you giving me what you think I want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to know you.
Yeah.
Who you are.
Yeah.
So amongst a long list of other things, bro, lawsuits started flying in that partnership 30 days in. What? The problem was we was making dope money. Like, it, bro. I tell people all the time, the best thing ever happened to me was business failure. Because we made so much money on the front end in a business we knew nothing about, that if I didn't have a humbling moment, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. Just, you know, I would like to think that it would have been okay. But knowing what I know, it probably wouldn't have been okay.
Yeah.
You know? So there's several lessons in that. The first one that I really want to tell you is sometimes you just got to do it.
Right.
All right. You want to start your business?
Yeah.
Okay. Do it.
Yeah.
But what does it take? I don't know. But let's just do it, and then we'll figure it out on the fly.
Yeah.
Now, depending on what kind of mind you are, that doesn't work for everybody. Like, an engineer is never going to just jump into something and just do it, right? But a sales guy like me, we'll figure that junk later. You know what I mean? Just hide the money. We'll figure out what to do with it later.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was kind of the approach. So realistically, when we figured out that our partners, and then it was messing over the money too. So we kind of started following the money. Things weren't right. We got engaged on the day-to-day side. Had a bunch of buddies in the mortgage business because we were in the mortgage business. Hey, buddy, need your business. And they sent it all. And before we knew it, you know, anybody you heard on the radio, anybody that was a real player in the mortgage game,
Yeah.
we had all of that business. So we just kind of learned on the fly, man, and the rest is history.
So how long your company been in existence, the title company?
We've been in the title business for 10 years, a little over 10 years now.
Okay.
Community National Title has been in existence for about 7 years now. Does that make sense? My initial company was Adobe Title.
Oh, okay.
And Adobe went to hell in a handbasket.
Is that the one that
with the other partner?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end, they got kicked out of the title business, bro. It's like a scene out of Miami Vice, man. I'm gonna tell you, that situation was so bad that I went into a meeting with some people one time, and we had a phenomenal meeting, great time. And in the end, one of the ladies was, she was acting kind of weird, and I was like, well, what's wrong? And she's like, you know what? I owe you an apology. I said, why? Well, somebody told me that your business partner was running women out of your office, and that you were selling coke out of your office. And I was like, golly, why couldn't I be the one running the women? I don't do that with no coke. Why the black dude got to be the drug guy? You know what I mean? Bro, that situation was so ugly. Some of the rumor, and I was doing it through New Mexico. That was the thing. Like, bro, I never even been to New Mexico. I played golf there one time. But, it didn't involve no drugs. It was a white ball, not white powder.
Yeah.
So for me, it showed me several different things, and I learned a lot. Because when you like really rocking and things are going great, everybody sit at the table with you, man. Toasting. God bless, pop it up, let's do it. But when junk go to hell in a handbasket, people tend to they tend to take all of the negative out of it and disseminate it as soon and as outrageous as they can. Look at the news right now. Some of the things that you see just in terms of what's going on, it's like, you really believe that? Like, why do you believe that?
You're right.
And I don't care if you're white, black, I don't care what you are. Some of the stuff that's coming out of these folks' mouths is insane.
It is.
Well, I've been a part of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I say a part of it because where I'm at now, what I understand is whether it was my fault or not, X plus Y equals Z. I was one of those variables on the left side of the equal sign.
Yeah.
So I got to own that.
Yeah.
Because there's some things I could have done differently that whether it were lies or truth, I could have controlled that, in some shape, form, or fashion to make it a different result if I had been more prepared.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
So with all that, man, we just, once we got in and we learned on the fly, things just got better. We got better. So one of my buddies always has a saying, says, when you get better, it gets better. And that's kind of what happened for us. So as we really started to understand what we were doing and kind of moved away from just being like, young gunners to, parents and, responsible adults, if you will.
Yeah.
You tend to just go about the craft differently.
Yeah.
And really start thinking empire.
Okay. Yeah. And so just so I want to be clear with my audience, can you explain exactly what titling is in the mortgage space?
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. #titling.
Okay.
So whenever you have financing within a real estate transaction, you're going to have title insurance. So what title insurance does is just basically says several things. First of all, it's the only insurance that insures the past. Any other insurance you have, it insures future events. Title insurance ensures that the seller of a particular property, whether it be commercial, residential, whatever it is, state, government stuff, actually has the right to sell you the property. Okay?
Okay.
From a buyer perspective, it's saying that not only does this person have the right to sell you the property, but they're selling it to you with no encumbrances. What does that mean? There are no IRS taxes or, liens that are going to come back and be your problem. And if there is, if it is, that's what the insurance is for. So it's a beautiful business because it's our job to make sure that all of the problems are alleviated.
Before.
And if they're not, we're going to charge you for some insurance just in case, right? Going forward.
Yeah.
So that's really what, the basis of the title industry is. We also are a third-party disinterested group from the standpoint of when your mortgage company or your bank sends us the documents, it's not our job to necessarily, go through the details and make sure you're getting a good deal. It's our job just to make sure that the structure and the formulation of all the documents, as well as the monies that are coming in play, are done in a non-biased way. So in essence, I don't represent you. I don't represent them. I'm just making sure everything is done legally and fair for everybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
From a process perspective.
Right.
Now, mind you, if you're my partner, I'm going to always make sure, hey.
Hey.
But that's a different conversation.
Yeah. It's good to have a title, or.
Yeah, man, you got to have a title. I'm going to use that. And the other beautiful part about this, when I started in this business, there was not anyone else that looked like me. All right?
Yeah.
Those that had been in the business, that 2004-ish, 2008-ish, run pretty much took all the black folks out. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
And when we came in, we came in owning an actual agency, which is really owning the whole table. So we owned every aspect of the business, which was kind of unheard of from an African American perspective, just because most of the time, I think, and I'm kind of guessing on this, but I'm just guessing, most people don't really understand what it takes. I was too dumb to be afraid of what it took, and that was the only way we were going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So we just jumped in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So because we just jumped in, I didn't know to be hesitant of these things, which if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have done it differently. But if I had done it differently then,
you probably wouldn't be where you at.
I'm a part of 5 title agencies now. So it's the only thing that we've actually ever known, and it's the only way that I would ever grow or get into the title business going forward. I just want to own all of
it. Yeah. Dang. And sometimes ignorance is a good thing. You know what I mean? It's bliss. Yeah.
Bliss very specifically.
Yes.
Bliss does not necessarily give you any power, right? But it just gives you a level of excitement to keep going.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah. Because I'm learning about mortgage notes, right? Buying the debt and just collecting the interest. And I think my mistake right now is knowing too much about it. You know what I mean? I think if somebody would have just be like, you could buy this debt and then you'll get paid the interest. I think if somebody would have just told me that, I would have jumped at it. But now that I know that all this bankruptcy and what is it? Title 13. What is it? 13. Chapter 13. Now
it slows down everything, and now you're gonna wait.
Yeah, now I know too much.
Chapter 7, you screwed.
Yeah,
but that's the game. Like I don't necessarily believe in knowing too much, only because that's not the way my brain works. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See, you done taught me something about yourself. You maybe more or less on the engineering side, of this, where you need to know every step, this and that. I don't have to know how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
I just want to know, is it have some jalapenos and cheese in it? That's the one I want. Bring it out. I'm gonna eat it. Right?
Yeah.
And let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
So where I would encourage you is you got to just push through sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I just left my son's soccer game, and he's a dope young kid, man. Just somebody I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting up on the side with my wife and my daughter, and my daughter is, Dad, I want to do a backflip, this and that. I said, baby, you've been flipping since she was 4. She's 9 now. And she's like, yeah, but I'm afraid. I said, whoa. Afraid of what? I said, girl, if you don't get your behind out there and flip. And I literally punked her into doing it.
Yeah.
But I did it with very distinct and specific intentions.
Yeah.
When you start getting afraid, you do this.
You hesitant, yeah.
No, you
sit back.
And you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, forget your fears. Just go do it.
Yeah.
Be afraid along the way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would tell you the same thing. If you're going to buy some notes, right, and going on. Now, I prefer to buy the house and control the asset first, and then do what I want to do with the notes. That's just me personally, because that's all that I've known.
Right.
My mother, on the other hand, she'll buy notes in a heartbeat because she don't want to deal with the house.
Exactly.
So it's just a matter of
and that's my take. I really don't want to be a landlord. You know what I mean? I really just want to collect the interest, take that interest, and go do something else with it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna mess up the whole show, man.
No, go
I
ahead.
don't understand when people say they don't want to be a landlord. What do you mean you don't want to be a landlord?
Because
do you want to be a jet owner?
A jet owner?
Yeah. Do you want to own a private jet?
Not necessarily.
Okay, what do you want in this world that's great? I'm finna just destroy that whole concept.
Okay, so I'm looking at a piece of property that I want to move this into, right?
Okay.
It's right across the way.
How many units are in it?
What you mean? How many?
Like
units?
how many offices does it have in it?
It's none. It's an actual restaurant.
Okay.
That
so
I want to
be just you, or you gonna lease it out to other places like owner occupied and lease it out to other folks so they can pay the note and you can just do it for free.
So here's what I want to do, right? I want to have a podcast studio, right? I want to have a recording studio for music, right? And I want to have a space where I can produce like film stuff, right? All in this one space, as well as have my offices and something like that. So what I want to do is lease it out to people who want to come in there and record music, people who want to come in there. How is
that not a freaking landlord? The same concept,
right? But I'm saying, that will be my only property. That right? That would be my only property that I own, right? All the notes and stuff, like people already bought their house. Hey man, you got to pay somebody. Just pay me. You know what I mean? I don't want to have no responsibility to your place. Now, if you don't pay, then I'll take it over.
Man, you want the chicken without the bone.
I guess so.
Note, but you don't want that. What? I want that. I take their house. Keep your money. I take the house. I can figure out what to do with the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff that I'm running into, the people are way in default. Like they ain't paid in a couple of years on their mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
Which is the reason why we want the house. Going on. God bless you. You had a shot.
Yeah.
You messed it up. You'll be restored at your next house. But you can take this one and go do what you want to do.
See, I guess my way is I just want the interest. I just want to earn the interest. I heard Warren Buffett says there's two people in this world. There's people who pay interest and there's people who earn interest, right? The people who earn interest is the one who's going to be able to, what did he say? It's a compound interest. So you got a couple of them, you know what I mean? Then you can grow your wealth significantly.
Well, let me say this, man. First of all, I love how you thinking.
Okay.
So I ain't trying to crap on your parade.
No.
Because you talking right.
Okay.
But it's freaking Warren Buffett, man. He got like $70 billion. Of course. Warren Buffett can trip over a doggone curb, break his neck. From the time it takes him to trip and break his neck, he done made $500,000, right? That's like a 10-second span. You know what I mean? So, of course, he just wants to earn interest because he has – what else he going to do? He ain't trying to build a nest egg. He got like the 4th, 5th greatest nest egg in the history of American mankind, right?
Right.
But from me and your perspective, we're still in growth mode.
Mm-hmm.
So can you do what you want to do and just earn interest? Absolutely, you can. But why not pick up the sword, so to speak, put on the doggone armor, and go fight the fight? You give them 2-3 years, build it. Now all of a sudden you got 3, 4, 5, 20, 30, 40, whatever your number is, $1 million. Well, yeah, go earn your interest. You know what I mean? Man, let me tell you one of the greatest joys in my life. I don't get into like stuff.
Me neither. I'm with you on that.
If my wife was here, she might be giving me a side eye right now. I like buying my wife dope stuff, right? And I do like my kids to have dope stuff.
Yeah.
But as for myself, I'm not really tripping. You know what I mean? Like I'm this is what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to go play golf. And I want to play dope golf with dope people.
Yeah.
In dope places. Like,
yeah.
That's my thing, right?
Okay.
But I want to get up in the morning and I want to look at interest earned. I want to look at it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
My wife called it money porn.
Yeah.
I just want to look at it. I want to know that it's there. And it's not so much that I'm getting caught up on the money as much as when I look at it, it's a symbol of the work. And one thing that I do love to do is I love to give, right?
Yeah.
Specifically in situations where people may not have certain opportunities or just whatever that may be.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about I just want to go out and when I came over here, it was a joke on the curb, man. He pulled up on me, hey, Doc, I know you got some money, man. I said, how much you want, Doc? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, man, give me $10, Doc. I gave him 20. As a matter of fact, I gave him $20 and a cigar.
Okay.
And it's funny because I get great joy out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't ask me why, because I don't necessarily know why. Outside of it's just something that I love to do. And I grew up in a household, with givers, so maybe that has something to do with it as well. But I just think the more we can get to a place to where we build it out, right? And I'm gonna come back to building it out and why that's important. And then get into a place to where our interest pays us. That's legacy money now.
Right.
See, nobody really ever correlates, especially not in our community.
Right.
The two. They don't correlate interest to legacy because interest gonna pay whether I want it to pay or not.
Right.
Right. Interest gonna pay whether I trip over that curb, break my neck, and die. Right.
Yeah.
Or I'm walking around.
Yeah.
It's still gonna pay. That's legacy money. Right.
Yeah.
But the process of getting to a place where you can live off interest, man, that's the beauty. That's why I'm saying go be a landlord, doc. Take them, bro. Embrace the doggone pain. The little hurts that you get from being a landlord, man, write a book and sell that junk. People selling worse for far more. It blows me away some of the stuff that people sell now. And they getting rich on it.
Yeah.
Because people are that thirsty and hungry for knowledge and leadership.
Yeah.
You know, there's some there's some small time pimping here, man.
Okay, go ahead.
I tell people all the time, everybody wants leadership. I don't care if you're a man, woman, boy, or girl. I don't care what they talking. In some capacity, a joker wants to be led, right? In a way that's going to help them get to the next place.
Right.
Very few people get up and say, you know what, I'm going to grab this sword and go do it on my own today. Most people get up and say, man, I wish I had somebody. I wish somebody come into my life, you know what I mean, and help me get to the next place.
Yeah.
Now, we don't verbalize that outward, you know, a lot, but in our hearts, we always thinking, man, if I could just win this lottery. But you know what?
Yeah.
These jokers be going broke, so I need somebody to show me what to do with the money.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's leadership, man. Joe just want some leadership.
Yeah.
Joe might want some leadership on how to play, the video game, Call of Duty or something. You know what I mean? Or they might want something that's, you know, a lot more serious, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just a lot of broken people, man. A lot of whole people. We just need what we need.
Yeah. And I guess that's part of my reason even looking into the notes. Because it's like, by 50, I want to be where you at. Just playing golf in dope places. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's it. Or doing this. You know what I mean? This is my passion. This is what I love to do. Just sitting down with different people, just talking to them. Because I feel like what that does for me, it just opens up my brain because I'm getting information from people.
Exposure, man.
Exactly.
Bandwidth.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to tell you something. A note don't appreciate. That's why I like the house. 12%, baby. Texas average. 12% a year I'm making on a house. You're not getting that. I'm beating you. I'm killing you on the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dog. So that 12% is your payment for being a landlord that you complaining about. Dog, take your 12% interest right there. Well, it's called appreciation, not interest, but it's the same thing. It worked the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit harder to pull out, but you can definitely pull it out.
And one of the things that because I have a guy that's kind of mentoring me, right, about the notes. The one thing he was like, the reason why you should get in notes is because the issue we're dealing with now with this virus, people are defaulting on they houses, not paying. The market is going down. The one thing about interest is it's gonna keep paying. But
what market is going down?
The housing market.
Man, the housing market is killing.
Is it?
Killing.
Oh, okay. Well, this is what he telling me.
He lying. The housing market is killing. The housing market is still at an all-time high. Period.
Really?
Bro, period. We had a slight little glitch on the radar. You know what I'm saying? Commercial side went down a little bit. Dog, it's fighting back. It's fighting back like, you know what I'm saying, 1996 Mike Tyson. It's just trying to get back in the game.
So we're not going to go through another 2008 kind of recession.
Here's the deal. I don't have a crystal ball, maybe.
Okay.
But I put all my money on the other side. No.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm in the game. I want to buy as many houses as I can get.
Yeah.
I want to be the landlord for as many folks that want to pay me. You know, this is a and then we have another crisis, man. We have a affordable housing crisis. So if you buying right, jokers is in line to buy your house. That's before you get to the Section 8 property. Section 8 don't care nothing about a pandemic. They pay every day on the 5th. What that means is I can blow all my money this month. And on the 5th, that joke gonna reload. You know what I mean? So don't tell me to market them. There's a way to do it. You just gotta be in the game. You know what I mean? I love the concept of notes, but you can tell I can't get off of that because I don't fool with notes.
Right.
You're leaving. How old are you?
A 40.
Man, come on, man. You ain't even priming yet. It's so much meat on the bone. Dog, if you just doing the note, you just eating the fat part of the chicken, right? But you got a whole lot of meat left on the ends. You gristle, you ain't took none of that out. Like it's so much meat on the bone, man. Buy the whole doggone house, man.
Yeah, I'm just with contractors.
So, man, I bought a house the other day. It was a car in the garage. I said, man, what am I gonna do with this car? R.T. Thomas. I sent to my boy T.
Yeah.
He put that joke on the auction, man, made me a quick $900. Say, man, God bless. I'll take it. I'll take it. Shoot, $900. Man, I don't know. Hey, put that in my pocket. I'm still walking around with some of it in my pocket now. My point is, it's just so much you can do.
Gotcha.
You know, and that's kind of a silly example.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know what I mean? I stripped the house, took all the light fixtures out. It had an oven in it, had a refrigerator, wash it dry. Wash it wasn't worth nothing, but you get my point, man. I'm a scavenger like that. I get real grimy behind my houses. I love going into a new house I done bought, specifically sight unseen, because you just never know what great discoveries are waiting to be found, man. You know what I mean? Like, I never forget growing up, my mother bought a house, and there was a Thunderbird, like a 57 Thunderbird in the garage, which we got that. Now, they sold it. But I thoroughly enjoy those things. Some of the stories I can't tell you because we done found some dope stuff in the houses. I'm that petty. Yeah. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, dude, it's just great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's about what you get off on. And if interest, collecting interest in the note is what you want to do, God bless you. But I'm just telling you, there's another layer to this for jokers like me that really get into the discovery. I love that.
Yeah, see, and that is what you just talking about. It excites me. Like,
I can tell you one of the most disappointing things of my month. I bought a house that had a shed. And you see, dog, boy, I'm getting goosebumps. Think about it, man. I feel like a weirdo. Say, man, I walked into this shed and it wasn't nothing there but an old couch. I was so heartbroken. I just knew I'm gonna find me a bucket of money, some gold, some 1952 World War whatever grenades, something. I'm gonna find something worth something. In this shed. But I love that kind of stuff. All I found was some little bitty baby Jordans that been chewed up by a dog in an old couch.
So are these distressed properties that you're getting, or? Where are you? What is your strategy in buying them?
That's a great question, and I wish I had a better answer. I don't. I just know a lot of people, and I know a lot of realtors, and they know I'm in the game. So if you got a seller trying to sell fast, or they got a problem, I'm a fixer. So call me. Let's figure out something. See how we can. I scratch your back, you scratch mine, everybody win. Yeah. And when I say that, I mean it, because I don't believe in deals where, me and you cut the deal, and I'm over here pumped, and you over there feeling kind of wishy-washy. I love situations where you win, I win, so when I see you at the store, right, you just as happy to see me then as you were when we cut that deal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've learned that the hard way, man. I've learned that as an offender, and I've learned that as the offended. So now, that's something that I take very personal. You know what I mean? Because you build, that's another form of legacy. I'm kind of a morbid guy. One of my dream businesses is owning a funeral home. We won't do that today.
Funeral home?
Yeah.
I heard there's big business in the funeral homes, too.
A big business in birth? Bigger business in death.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But my point is, man, when I die, I want to make sure that I planted and sowed enough seed where the stories are about legacy. He gave me a reeling rod. You know what I mean? Put my string on there. Put me a lure on there, some dope bait.
Yeah.
Showed me how to go catch big fish.
Yeah.
That's the narrative that I want, to come behind me.
Right.
So in doing that, if I put a joke of some bad fishing line on their stuff and it break everything, that's not a good look. Man. Right. So everybody got to win.
Right. Man. And how long have you been on this mindset? Like, because I know you said you started your company 10 years ago. How long have you been like this?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. My old man was like Yoda, Doc. But you gotta follow me, because I have vivid memories of talking to my mother and like, man, I don't even know if this joker like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because our conversations, speaking of my father, were never father-son conversations. They were always, and I mean always, teacher-student, period, right? Real talk. I'm picking up my sister from school. I got a 1986 Toyota pickup truck. It's raining. I gun it. I'm downshifting. I spin that joker out, flip a curb, and hit this 1978 Lincoln. And this is when Roasters was like $12 million a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, I hit that curb, went over that thing, hit that joker front left side, messed up his hole, whatever. Again, we call R.T. Thomas. R.T. was in the rim business at the time.
Okay.
So T got the roaster fixed. My old man, cut a deal with the dude, got his car, situated, man, tore up my whole front end. So I get home and I'm thinking, man, he just cut that deal with that dude on the side of the road. Like that dude was happy, right? So shoot, I'm gonna get me a new car. Like this is about time.
Yeah.
Man, I got to the house, that joke gave me $75, a phone number to a taxi company, and a sledgehammer. He said the $75 is what you're going to pay the people down at the picking pool, called Apache Picking Pool. He said you need a new radiator, and you might as well go ahead and find you a compressor for your air conditioner while you're at it. The sledgehammer for you to beat that front bumper back into shape. I'm out there beating this bumper, crying and snotting. I'm so mad. I'm crying. And I'm beating it back in shape, right?
Yeah.
Got in the taxi, went down there, got me a new radiator, got a compressor off of a Mazda to put on this 90, because one of the homies at the spot said, he'll work on your truck.
Yeah.
So we come back, we do that. My starter went out too. So mind you, it was about 6:55. I got it back in the taxi to go back up there. They closed. This was on a Friday night. So I had to go back up there early that Saturday morning, get me a new starter. My old man, it took me 2 days. I literally was late to school on Monday trying to get that starter on. He didn't give me no directions. He said, if you want some directions? Just for the internet, Doc. He said, go down to AutoZone, get you a 1986 through 90 Toyota pickup book.
Yeah.
And it'll teach you everything you want to know. Now leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would say, if you need some more money, come talk to me.
Right.
But it wasn't like he was going to give it to me. It was going to be some kind of deal in that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As I'm sitting before you at 42, this dude was the greatest presence in my life, man. Because as we're talking, you can tell I ain't tripping on no problem. Actually, I kind of get off on finding solutions for the problem, right? But it was because it was ingrained in me. But at the core, you know what I'm saying? We grew up on a farm, bulldozers, tractors, all that. We never called nobody to help us fix this stuff. Man, the bulldozer, hey, a bulldozer weighed much of this building, right?
Yeah.
One of the axles fell off broke. We had to take it off. Dog, we had to go buy a machine that was like a 6-ton machine.
To put the axle back on?
My old man called his brothers, and they all one and the same dude, right?
Yeah.
They did it themselves, right? And it's just, at this stage of my life, I've always been kind of an over analytically inclined person. To the point to where it's offensive to people sometimes. I don't mean it to be, but I don't have time for limited thinkers.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah, 100%.
So, okay, the car's not starting, but the battery's dead. Like, why is that not registering to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I just, I get weird on that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And another thing that he always taught me is failure is just a weak man's way out. That's an overstatement and really rather cruel, but so true.
Yeah.
I mean, failure is a weak man's way out. Now, what that's not saying is if you fail, you're a weak man.
Right.
What it's saying is if you fail and you choose to quit, well, we didn't want you here no how.
Yeah, that's a weak man.
I can't fight. I can't win no fight with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you knuckle up and come back, we figure it out. Well, now we got somebody we can grow with. Yeah. That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to your question, I had to give it out to my father and my uncles. I mean, they're all the same. They the same. They would build compressors for just random things just because that junk was fun to them. That stuff is not fun to me.
Yeah.
Like everything that I'm telling you that this juice that I have, I tell my baby at the soccer game, I said, baby, you got the juice. Now don't mess up this juice I done gave you.
Yeah.
Take that juice,
Yeah.
you pour it in a cup, and you drink as much of it as you need to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
They gave me the juice, but I applied differently than the way they applied it because I have technology and a lot of employees. So it's different now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's a beautiful thing.
Right. Man, that was some. That's dope right there. That the weak man. The failure is weak man's way out.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope right there. That's dope. And you know what's crazy about what you're saying is everything that you're saying. Like my dad wasn't there. I've had to like muster up the grit in me to just keep going. I had to find little mantras that, you know what, fuck it, I'ma just go.
Figure it out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's just over time that I've been having to do that at every step of the way in my life, just figuring shit out. What do I want to do? All right, let's figure it out. You know what I mean? Even this little space right here, it was just like, man, I don't know how to fucking run this computer. I don't know how to fucking do the sound. I don't know how to, man. Who I'm gonna get to record this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was all these things, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna figure it out. Like I'm gonna just go. And that's the same way I feel about.
Man, I'm about to give you something, Doc.
What's up?
Get on my people nerves with this saying. I want folks that's really good at figuring out how to figure it out. Dog, the joker that can master how to figure out how to figure it out. No. You gotta figure out how to figure it out. That's a whole nother science, man. You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Because when you think about that, most people don't have the patience to really take the time or put forth the effort, right? They don't have the nuts, honestly, man.
Yeah.
Dog, that's a process. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something that I've had to really deal with in my life. So my mother and my father, I'm a Cosby kid. Matter of fact, I grew up better than the Cosby kids. You know what I'm saying? I had a great situation.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm probably just now over the last 7 years really figuring that out. I just didn't really get it. And the reason why I've been able to kind of figure it out here lately because, you know, with some black folks I'm awkward because I ain't for that bull crap. Right. With white folks I'm awkward because I sure enough ain't for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what does that mean? Well, what I'm saying is like, dude, don't tell me about what you didn't have. But I had to be careful because as I mature and I realize exactly what I had, it's like my father died. So I can talk that talk on how to deal with grief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But say he was alive. Man, I'm not qualified to really talk about grief. In the same vein, I can't tell your story. As much as I may feel like, man, you know what, I'm a dope black man, and I am, right?
Yeah.
And I'm very unapologetic about that statement, right?
Yeah.
And I'll just say this right quick, because when I look at my wife, she's super dope. When I look at my kids, they definitely dope. So I got to get a little credit for that. So I know I'm dope.
Yeah.
If nothing else, for that, right?
Absolutely.
But coming back, I cannot tell you how to go get it and like, or let me say that better. I can't tell you where to pull from, right, to encourage you to go do it in terms of how you feel that void. Because I didn't have that void. Matter of fact, that don't even
register with you.
No, it don't, man. When I was in high school, Leandre Brown, I'll never forget this. He said, man, if I saw my daddy, I'd punch that nigga. It was a situation, right? But when he said that, bro, you see the goosebumps? Bro, it impacted me because it's like I just had never heard nobody say nothing. I just not something that hit your daddy.
Right.
Bro, we grew up on a farm. We had a Beefmaster bull, true story. We worming the bull, heartworms. We poured this stuff called liquid mycin down their back. We got a big situation to make it easier, blah, 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 blah. We poured it down Shorty back. Shorty go crazy. Shorty started turning up the corral. And this is I'm so underplaying this story, but for the sake of time, my old man throws me off the deal into a bale of hay, get behind the H post. I know that none of this stuff means anything to you, but just know the H post is going to save me. Shorty broke down one fence and came and slammed himself on that H post. And if he had done it again, he was going to crush me. My old man jumps over the fence, and I can see it like it was yesterday. digs that right foot back, and he had this thing where he tucked that lip
Yeah.
and hit Shorty, boom, right in the nose. Shorty staggered, walked out into the field, fell over, and died. Nigga, I was 12 years old, man. I couldn't believe what I had just, like, what? Like, it just died. Hey, so when Leandre say he gonna punch it, I'm like, oh, no.
Not my daddy.
That ain't my daddy. No, that ain't gonna go. I'm over hit a bull and he died. Now, years later, bro, I figured out that the doggone bull had an allergic reaction to the liquid mycin, and that's why he died. But I didn't know it then. Yes. I was like, man, my old man like freaking Batman or Superman or something, man. Like, he'll kill you if he hit you, doc. Like, and they already had them big old hands, man. So it's like, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my whooping and go to bed. And matter of fact, I'm gonna whoop myself if you want me to, and I'm just gonna go on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was to the point to where, like, really, I didn't get a lot of whoopings after about 11 or 12, only because I got whooped every day. You know what I mean? Up there, but my old man would only give me 3 strokes, man, cause he hit so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, he whooped me one time, man. 3 strokes, man, and the first one was gonna break you. The second and third was abusive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, you get my point.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around with this giant of a man, a dead man, in my head, and I'm still fighting to make sure I do not fail him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell you the type of dude he was. On his deathbed, bro, he giving me the game. And the thing that was most probably impactful for me, and it has really kept me, right? He said, look, I never went outside this house on your mama. But I didn't do it for her. It was so that I could have this conversation with you. And I expect you to have the same with yours. You understand how much pressure that is, man?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Dog.
Hell yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But the way he had built me, man, when he told me that, bro, it was such a badge of honor for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my father told me,
Right.
I'm going to run with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And God bless, man. You know, I've been able to, you know, save face and, you know, stay on a good foot and do all the right things, right?
Good.
But it's a challenge every day.
Yeah.
But it's that motivation, right? That really, I got partners right now. We talk about, you know, because, you know, I love man talk. And man talk, just like women talk, can get ugly sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. But the homies know, they know where I'm at on certain things. So because they know where I'm at, there's certain things where they won't even invite me. You know what I mean? It's like, bruh, hey, JC, hey, man, you need to ride the bench on this one, dog. Just reprint the line. You know what I mean? But I'm appreciative of that because what they doing is they you know, they respecting my inner. You know what I mean? They know who I am. They know how I rock. You know, because I love the Lord too, man.
Right.
Yeah, we drank a little bit. Now, you know, I'm drinking some more. But I ain't tripping. I smoke good cigar with the best of them. But I love the Lord, and I want to make sure that my legacy is one that reflects, you know, a certain level of righteousness, right? Now, I do believe men need to be men. We need to be able to have a tough conversation and walk away, shake hands, and still be men.
Right.
Right? I don't like men to act like chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like that, to me, I can't do. My old man hit a bull and Nick died. So that's them kind of dudes I was raised with. Right? It's like if you got a problem with it, go fix it. Shake hands. Even if you don't like each other, you figure that junk out. When y'all get to church, you just a smile for the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't act like bras and be all whatever.
Yeah.
So when you start putting all of these things, you know, together, I was walking around just different, man. Not really understanding when I'm pissing somebody off because I done insulted them, not on purpose, but it's just
who
all
you
I
are.
know, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't mean no harm. You know what I mean? One of the homies was telling me yesterday, I got this golf group, good brothers, right? And he was like, JC, the first time you came through, man, you had your blaze on at the airport, man. You went over and sat down by yourself. And he was like, man, look at that old stuck-up nigga over there, man. Who do you think he is? I like, nigga, I was on the phone, man.
Right.
I have a conference call, you know, every day at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know, man. We just thought we're dog.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. I got an organization. This is what we do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't waver for anyone specifically that don't impact my emotional, my financial, or my spiritual bottom line, right? And to be quite frank with you, on a 7 o'clock basis, my emotional and my financial are far more important to me than my spiritual. Because my spiritual is something I do a little bit earlier or a little later. But at 7 o'clock, I'm going to deal with my financial and my emotional.
Yeah.
So everything else at that time was only centered around that, right? So when you start moving like that, it takes a certain measure of consistency.
Yeah.
Because jokers always coming for you. You know what I mean? They always have these preconceived notions, right? And the only thing that you have that's going to beat it is what? Consistency.
Yeah.
If I'm the same joker you met, 10 years ago, well, then you know.
Right.
Like, ain't nothing
You
personal,
know what you're
bro.
going to get.
Yeah, call me when you need me. I got you.
Yeah.
But as for right now, I got to go do this. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. And I ain't going to tell you no more. Don't stop calling me at that time.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a measure of how you walk, how you move, and this culmination of everything that's been put into you. So coming to the next step of, well, I don't have certain things that I want, right? Well, you just got through telling me about, how you listen to Warren Buffett, and I'm in love with the concept of mentors that don't know me. I'm in love with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dog. Oh, man, if I went down the line of books, more importantly, the authors that I love, that I'm in love with, that I speak to while I'm reading their books, man, dog. And you see it. It does something for me.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I'm different. I do different stuff. I get different results. But it really boils down to the different things that I do. You know what I'm saying? If you do the same thing everybody else is doing, you're going to be the same thing that they are.
Exactly.
So you got to move and get to a place where you're okay with being the awkward black guy or the awkward white guy or the awkward Mexican, whatever it is, awkward woman, whatever it is, and just move the way you move, man, knowing that you're going to get the results that you want in the end.
Right. Man, you dropping some jewels on me, man.
No, man, it's light talk, man. Like, look,
this is some jewels.
I love this, though, man.
Yeah.
That's why when Reggie hit me, he said, man, I need you to do me a favor. I said, all right, Doc, I got you, man. Don't trip.
Yeah.
We're going to work it out.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me he's a noob, though.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I might have called you a few more times before I just showed up.
Because I was like, man, Johnny BSing, man. He ain't calling me back. He ain't texting me. I'm like, man, what's going on?
Anybody that know me, dog, if somebody that know me hear that, man, they just slap the radio. They just slap the say, that nigga don't never return no Look, dog, why we been here, man? Like, I ain't got time to answer all this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Look, I want to show you, just so you know. Just so you know. 179 of the all messages, I don't even look at unknown senders. So if I ain't got you, it just...
Yeah.
But it's about protecting my time
No,
and my mental space.
I get that now.
Just because the joker called me don't mean I got to answer. I'm not obligated to answer your call unless you're in the household with me or you my mama.
Right.
You know what I mean? But other than that, I call you, I got you.
Yeah.
Or I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. Or you'll figure it out. Either way. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
I love it, man. So as far as business wise, right? Because you never really could control who you do business with, right? On the business side, how do you separate, who you are from? Let me tuck who I am so I can make the business, or you don't compromise that at all.
Man, that is an excellent question. I have absolutely compromised that in the past. And we call it code switching.
Okay.
And code switching is not something that the other side has to do. But black folks, we normally walk around with, hey there, fella, how you doing? God bless you today.
Right.
And then we see each other off the my nigga, what's up,
What's
man?
that? Yeah.
It's code. It's two different things, right?
Okay.
So let's, elephant in the room, Trump. The people that support Trump help me make a lot of money. Okay, now we get into the gray area now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean then, Johnny? Does that mean you a Trumper? No, absolutely not. You know how I vote. You ain't got to ask me that. You know where I'm at. You know what I mean? They know where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I keep it above board and I keep it light. Because here's the thing. People have a right to do what they want to do in America, no matter how it makes you feel. Unfortunately for black folks, at one point they had a right to keep us tucked in the closet in the basement, that they own.
Mm-hmm.
That was also legal.
Yeah.
So you gotta fully encompass all of these things, right? So for me, as I go about my approach, or as I approach my business, well, my business partner is white. Matter of fact, he's a Jew hiding in a white body. So I always tell him that.
Okay.
What does that mean? Well, there's a measure of persecution that Jewish folks have gone through too. By no means am I saying that they are the same, because they absolutely are not. But they've had their struggles, right? And I don't want to minimize the Holocaust and the Jewish plight in terms of their struggles in any shape, form, or fashion, right? In the same vein, if he were here, he would also give the same credence and respect to our struggles. So me and him we've been having the game. Hey, Doc, if you need a white dude, let me know. You know, if they need to be black, let me know. You know what I mean? Like, we have those conversations. And we're very open. And it's like one of them things where if we broke up tomorrow, it wouldn't make no difference. We'll make up, you know, that evening because we married. We ain't done too much. We got too much together, then came too far. And we understand the big picture. We're aligned on the big picture in terms of getting down the road. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If I die, it's what you do for my family. You die, I got you. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've sacrificed myself for the greater good, and I got paid for it, right? Here's how I justify that. I take that profit, and I still do what I do that supports me. Now, we put me on the wall. You know, there's a circle, and there'll be a lot of tentacles, and there's a lot of people that I've been blessed to be able to support and help and nurture, you know, financially. And again, I told you before, I love to give. So that is, you know, so I'm not going to let you call me a Uncle Tom and jeopardize stopping the revenue because of your lack of understanding of how the revenue game works, right? For the sake of maybe this white dude called me a nigga, but I still close a deal, right? Because there's one thing that I take great pride in business, and that's doing business with a racist. Ain't no check I'd rather cash than a check from a racist. Just think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about the beauty in that, right? Jokers wasn't getting paid by no slave owner back in the day, but now this joke got to pay me what I asked for. You understand?
Yeah.
So I take pride in that, and not so much from a vindictive perspective, but just from the perspective of, yeah, man, I love America. Now I feel like the flag and all this junk have been weaponized in the you know, in the environment we in right now, but I still love America. I'm gonna throw up the fist. I'm gonna do all the things that's gonna represent the folks that I represent, because I got a 12-year-old son that I'll kill you behind. So it's like, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm gonna do everything I need to do to support my people. But I got a lot of dope white folks on the payroll, man, that love me, and I love them. And if you really get into history, the Underground Railroad, Harriet wasn't stopping at black people's houses. She was stopping at white folks' houses, willing participants in change. So you have to walk through this life with the understanding that, yeah, you may be viewed in a deficient light, but there are some lights out there that want to help you, and it is your job to be receptive and open enough to take the good with the bad. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And it's tough. It's not fair. It's unfortunate. My first encounter with the Texas Land Title Association meeting, the joker told me ain't no place in the Texas title business for niggas and Jews. Told me that to my face, Doc.
What?
Man. And you know what? Then commenced to teaching me a lesson. You hear me? Like, bro, L. And I can't even tell you on this show what I did. I tell you after you turn it off what I did.
Okay.
And I regret it. I poked the bear. I should have sat down and shut up. I could hear my old man saying, "Oh boy." Pride. My financial advisor always say, your pride will F you every time.
Every time,
Your pride
man.
will kill you.
Every
Your pride
time.
of how you laid up in a ditch with ants crawling out your nose because
Every
you was too
time.
prideful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I walk around with a big bag of pride, and that's something I've really worked on. Humility and pride. You know, just making sure that I consider how I'm received by other people. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
It's important.
Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I know you running, man. But this was probably one of the best shows that we've had.
No, it's just conversation between, regular guys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is dope, man. I know. And then give your title company again.
Community National Title.
Okay.
Several locations across the Metroplex, Addison, Fort Worth, South Dallas, and we can help with any and all of your global title needs. If you want to get with us, you can email me at johnny@cnattitle.com, or just go to our website. You hit us on the gram, Facebook, community national title, whatever you need, we take care of you.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. That's what's up. I appreciate this,
No,
Johnny.
my pleasure, man.
Man,
Yeah, my pleasure,
I appreciate this, man. This was dope.
I saw Jazz. I felt at home. I was like,
oh, okay. Yeah, Jazz good people,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Jazz good people. Yo, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with us. This has been the Tap In Podcast. Holla.
God bless.